So the end of the skibidi toilet era has come. For 4 months, we tried to convey to the series rights holders what the viewers actually want. And unfortunately, it all turned out to be meaningless, as they don't care at all what their own audience thinks about them. The unrelenting outrage continued for more than 4 months. All the company's official social media was filled with only one demand: bring Boom back. But as time has shown, this company doesn't value its audience at all. If other studios, such as DreamWorks, Paramount Pictures, and even a small studio like Glitch, analogous to Invis, instantly react to criticism and, what's important, make corrections, then in our situation, they absolutely don't care what the viewers want. For them, for example, it was more convenient to simply block me than to help sort out the situation. The last straw in this situation was the renaming of Alexei's YouTube channel to skibidi. This shows that they still have no plans to work with Dafooq. At the moment, while I'm making this video, more than 100,000 viewers have unsubscribed from the channel. And this is just the beginning, because most viewers are against everything the company is doing. At the end of the video, I'll tell you about our further actions, but for now, hit like and share the video so everyone knows about this. Here. Now this is the new design of Dafooq's channel. The name was changed to skibidi, notice with a lowercase letter, to be in Dafooq's style. On the banner, TVs again. It's very funny that their design author is obsessed with TVs and screens. We saw the same handwriting in the masterpiece emergence, when they showed us 1 billion screens. The same handwriting was on their new website with a countdown to opening, then in the site menu. And now we see the same stupid design on the channel cover. This shows that they don't even learn from mistakes. They work the same way they did 4 months ago. Although this was obvious, after all, they still haven't acknowledged their mistakes to the viewers. On the contrary, they blame everyone except themselves. Recently, they published a post where they wanted to show Dafooq in a negative light. Supposedly, the contract is fair, and Alexei is a liar.
Over the past months, the story around Skibidi Toilet, Alexei, and invisible narratives has grown increasingly disconnected from reality. Accusations, assumptions, and speculation about who we are and what we've done have spread widely across the community. Many of you have asked for proof, but the agreement itself is governed by mutual confidentiality restrictions. As such, we are open to waiving or modifying the confidentiality restrictions regarding disclosure of our agreement with Alexei, provided he also gives written consent. If he agrees, we will share the agreement that addresses financial consideration paid to Alexei, his creative and financial roles in the franchise, and IP ownership. Nothing in this statement constitutes a unilateral waiver of any contractual rights or a disclosure of confidential terms. We offer this in good faith as openness to greater transparency, should Alexei share that same goal. Facts matter. Stay tuned, more to follow.
And here's a post that was published after the channel rebranding.
Hi everyone, it's been a while, but we wanted to come back with today marking a pretty exciting moment for the channel. Back in December, we mentioned that this change was coming, and today it's official. We've updated the channel name to skibidi, and you'll notice a few updates to the overall look as part of that. Skibidi Toilet was created here on this channel, and over the last few years, this space has really become the home of everything it has grown into. This update reflects the community and universe that's formed around it, and where things are heading next. Thanks for being here and embracing this world, whether you've been watching since 2023 or just found skibidi recently. We're excited to be back. Team Skibidi, P.S. If you notice some playlists missing, don't worry. They may disappear for a bit while things update on the back end, but they'll be back up shortly.
As we can see, they still live in the illusion that the audience is with them and that everything they do is liked by viewers. Well, I think in the near future they'll be convinced otherwise, but unfortunately, it will already be too late. Episode 80 will, of course, come out someday, more precisely when Strider finishes it. Yes, now this animator will be releasing new episodes of Skibidi Toilet, the very same animator who became popular thanks to Dafooq and his series. I, including myself, wouldn't have such a wonderful audience as you if it weren't for Alexei and his project. Therefore, what Strider is doing is essentially a betrayal of Alexei. Whatever it is, even if this is his only source of income for his family, there are various other ways to monetize the channel. He could earn quite decently from his fan-made content, as his works get millions of views. I find this situation very unpleasant, so let's better close this topic. Okay, I won't talk about Skibidi Toilet anymore. Better let's answer one question: what to do next? Fortunately, there's an alternative from Dafooq. For those who don't know, Alexei has a second channel called Door Closer. Very recently, he started filming a new series called Human Being. This is his first full-fledged series on this channel. I think this series has the potential for a great plot in the future. Our channel already had an analysis of the first season. This series is saturated with secret details and mysteries. Everything is done in the way people loved Dafooq 4. For example, very recently episodes 7 and 8 came out, and there were even more interesting details there. In the full version of episode 5, you could notice the silhouette of a person with a weapon on the roof, and in episode 6, you could see the beginning of an action arc in the series. By the way, many different fan-made videos are already appearing on the internet. Here, for example, is a version with a multiverse. It shows the same scene, but from the perspective of the attackers. At the moment, this is one of the best fan creators for this series. Look at his latest work. He even made a merger of two series. He combined the plot of Human Being with Skibidi Toilet. In the full episode 7, a caption was added with the text, "A new era is approaching." We immediately noticed the text font. Dafooq used this font in Skibidi Toilet. By the words "new era," Alexei most likely meant his new series Human Being, or a new series that will come out after the completion of Human Being. In episode 8, there was another inscription on the wall with the text, "Evil reveals itself in darkness." Most likely, he meant the company, as he has mentioned this entire situation in his videos more than once. And at the end, an additional scene was added that was absent in the shorts version. Here we see the G entity eliminating Gordon Freeman. After this, the video recording becomes analog cassette video recording. And this is just the beginning. I'm sure the series will develop further, while Skibidi Toilet will degrade since the series is currently owned by incompetent people. But let's talk about what's happening right now with the community. What we're observing is not just disappointment. This is a mass protest movement that has swept the entire Skibidi Toilet fandom. In the last 24 hours, more than 100,000 people have unsubscribed from the channel. But this is only the visible part of the iceberg. The real numbers are even scarier. The number of views on new videos is lower compared to episodes that Alexei made. If previously each new episode gained 20 to 30 million views in the first 48 hours, now videos barely exceed 8 to 10 million. And this despite the fact that the channel still has 47 million subscribers. What does this mean? This means that people aren't just unsubscribing, they're stopping watching the content. Let's compare this situation with other crises in the animation and content industry. Take the DreamWorks and Shrek 5 situation. When viewers began to massively criticize the teaser, the studio immediately reacted and postponed the release for a year to completely change the characters. Even major studios like Paramount Pictures, when faced with criticism of Sonic's design in the first movie trailer, completely redid the character model, spending millions of dollars, because they heard the audience. And what does Invis do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They block critics on social media, delete negative comments, publish posts where they accuse the creator himself of dishonesty. This isn't just ignoring viewers, this is an active war with their own audience. Many of you know about the letter from 57 YouTubers that was sent to Invis. This was an unprecedented event. Never before had so many content creators united to defend one creator. The letter outlined clear demands. Return full creative control over the series to Dafooq. Publicly acknowledge mistakes in communication with the community. Revise the contract terms, taking into account the creator's interests. And stop producing episodes without Alexei's participation. A logical question arises. If the company is losing money, losing audience, losing reputation, why aren't they making concessions? I have a theory. I think it's a matter of pride and legal precedence. If they admit their mistake and return rights to Dafooq, it will create a precedent for the entire industry. This will mean that independent creators can fight large companies and win. This will mean that contracts that companies impose on talented people can be challenged. And the company cannot allow this, because if they give in here, they'll lose leverage over all other creators they work with. This isn't about Skibidi Toilet. This is about control, about power, about the ability to dictate terms. But here's the thing, they miscalculated. They thought the audience would forget, that the hype would die down, that people would get used to the new reality. But 4 months have passed, and the movement only grows stronger. #bring. Boom back doesn't disappear from trends. Every new video on the channel receives tens of thousands of negative comments. Dislikes fly in by the thousands, despite YouTube hiding them. What can we do next? First, Continue supporting Dafooq on his new Door Closer channel. Watch Human Being, hit like, share videos, show that the real audience follows the creator, not the brand. Second, don't stop the Bring Boom Back movement. Continue writing comments, unsubscribing from the channel, boycotting merchandise. Third, spread information. The more people learn about the situation, the harder it will be for the company to ignore it. And while the company digs its own grave, Dafooq is creating something new. Human Being isn't just an alternative to Skibidi Toilet. This, as he himself expressed it, is a new era. If Skibidi Toilet was initially about absurd action and meme culture, then Human Being is about philosophy, about the nature of humanity, about existential horror. It's darker, deeper, and more complex. And most importantly, it completely belongs to Alexei. No company can take control away from him. No one can dictate how the plot should develop. This is pure, undiluted creative vision. The series is already gaining momentum. The first episodes have gained hundreds of thousands of views. Fan-made content, theories, and analyses appear every day. The community is forming. This will most likely be the last video about Skibidi Toilet. I don't want to advertise and talk about them in the future. I'll just leave them and let them continue to ruin themselves. Strangely enough, there's still a 1% chance that everything could return. As you already know, they responded to the letter from 57 YouTubers. And if we reach an agreement, then perhaps everything can be brought back. But I find it hard to believe that YouTubers will somehow influence them. After all, they even ignore those at whose expense they earn and promote. This is absurd. Already now, we're observing a massive transition of the audience to Human Being and other Dafooq projects. And I think this is right. Support creators, not corporations. Follow creativity, not brands. Thank you to everyone who was with us these 4 months. Thank you for supporting the hashtag #BringBoomBack movement. And remember, we weren't just fighting for one series. We were fighting for the right of creators to control their creativity. This battle may be lost, but the war for creator rights is just beginning. See you already in the Door Closer universe. That's where creativity is, not money. Super Cameraman was here. See you very soon. Good luck to everyone and bye to everyone.